and welcome back to Austin Talks, where today we are now in the final hours of Flash Season 9's debut, where we are just in the we're now. I didn't want to do it in the day. I didn't upload it within a day because I wanted to say that it's been hours, but we're in the coming hours for Flash Season 9. And this is a close thing to my heart because I've watched it since it came out, as from a young child to a now very much older child. So I'm breaking down everything that I know so far of this exciting series, and honestly, I cannot wait. So let's just get right in. So, when does it take place? This series has always been in line with real time, and that actually doesn't make sense as she, i.e. Nora West Allen, was 25 when she came from 2049, so that would mean she would have to be born in 2024. Unless there is a time jump in this season, I'm not sure because she soon ends up being pregnant with Nora West Allen 3 months after, and we're in early 2023, so that wouldn't make sense. But I'm not too sure. That's just a weird one because it probably still is in line with 2024 to 2023, but there's probably going to be a tiny time jump where this will actually come into place like a puzzle. So yeah, just wanted to test that out. Now, speaking of the timeline, in brackets, baby. As I just said, this series must take place in 2024, as Nora West Allen is 2025, and came from 2049. I just said that. I actually think this is smart and very easily solvable. I think there's closer to the end of the season, it will officially be in 2024, and soon to have a Nora West Allen pop out. He says that she'll be pregnant in 3 months, so that means a 12-month cycle. That is quick maths. Yes, it's roughly 9 months, 10 months before the baby actually arrives, and if he says he's going to be 3 months, that's a whole year. So there may be a quick time jump in this, but yeah. I mean, these two are just these two are a bit quick because I did see, because on the page that I always go for, mainly for the majority of these videos, there was a lot of confusion, like she's gonna be pregnant in 3 months. Yes, in some cases it doesn't make sense, but that is it. It does take a bit of math to figure it out, but luckily I'm good at math. Right. Why are there only 13 episodes? There's actually no clear information about why this is happening. But if there is if the theory about the Flash movie is true, this will take us right into the realization of the movie, so that you will be it'll be quite convenient. Also, at the same time, they are planning the Justice U series, which has got a lot to do with the John Diggle stuff. Gotham Knights and Superman Lois Season 3. This is not so surprising, but still very depressing. I mean, I've always loved this series. There's really no downfalls. Like, it's had its ups and downs, but you can't go through a series not having ups and downs. And this series sure has proven that, like, ups and downs are sometimes a good thing. We've led to this moment, so not all of it can be bad. Gotham Knights meh, which finally I may be able to release. I made the PowerPoint like 15 years ago. I actually made it probably before November. And then Superman and Lois Season 3. That obviously I'll be doing a video on. Superman and Lois, great series, great introduction to the MCU, DC, Arrowverse, and I hope it's not ending, because it's still on its train tracks. It's still on good train tracks. It's way too far. It's a lot further on than you think from the train station. Yeah. And Justice U, all I know is that it's gonna be planned with John Diggle, and he's been set up for a load of things, like his own series, him as Green Lantern, which I'll get into a bit more in a bit. At this point, I have no clue what's going on, but 13 episodes, it's probably because they're thinking, I don't know what's happening with The Flash, but they may be changing just the cameo of the movie to Grant Gustin, that's it. Then they're doing the whole reboot thing, as earlier last week, I think. Chapter 1, God and Monsters, was released by James Gunn, so I think that's like why the whole shebang will happen during like June of this year. Anyway, so the list of people returning. A couple of weeks ago, there was a list of people who were said to be returning, and I'll just show the page. So David Singh, Ramsey Russo, otherwise known as Bloodwork, Rainbow Raider, please in his actual rainbow suit, I beg you, Ryan Wilder's Batwoman, Jacob Birch as the Hotness, Hartley Rathaway's Pied Piper. We saw that in the trailer. Keith as Goldface. I think we saw a cameo of that. John Douglas Martin as always. Wally West Kid Flash, and Oliver Queen Green Arrow. I think we all forgot about Wally and that's Wally, Wally and Singh. So it's good that they are coming back from the last time, as it will be a reminder for the previous times. More about John Diggle later, but I am curious to see what they will do with Rainbow Raider and Bloodwork overall. Bloodwork, I'd love to see again. He was a great character. Honestly, I actually thought that's when they would have introduced the big bad of this season. I honestly thought that would have been a great idea. Also, it could have been a good loophole on different storyline to do with the Dark Blackest Night Flash. That would have been amazing to see. But I can't have everything. And then Rainbow Raider, I've been dying for his comic accuracy. Like, literally, Roy Bivlo, him in sunglasses and glowing red eyes. That's nothing. You can do so much more. And the variant we got of like Rainbow Raider 2.0 in season, I think 7 it was? Season 7, when Cisco was leaving, that episode. That episode was great. But why aren't they doing that again? Why? Then Pied Piper, we saw him in season 7 when it was Godspeed. I think Pied Piper is so underrated. He's such a good character, and he had such an impact in season 1, and I think that's the Pied Piper we need to go back to. Goldface, meh. Wally West and Kid Flash, yeah, I kind of forgot about him, but then I'd rather than bring in the red suit, the red and blue, so red suit, Blue Lightning. I'd rather than bring in that, but yeah, just me. Right, will there be any rogues returning? As I've just said. So all the OGs of the original group of season 1, and they are being honoured greatly. They are Rainbow Raider, Goldface, Pied Piper, the Hotness, and Bloodwork. Now, I put the Hotness on here. Considering what happened in season 8, I don't think the Hotness is really a bad character. So, I'd say he's just more like one of those people who tries to look after his son but does bad things. Bloodwork, as I said, amazing. So, Rainbow Raider, that comic accurate suit, please bring that back. Like, please bring it. Then Goldface, I mean, it's just a gold guy. I think they kind of accomplished that. He's got gold for metal. And then Pied Piper, I actually prefer the one we have in the series. The one in the comics is just embarrassing. Just straight up embarrassing. Right, who's the villain of this final season? Right, like we have been waiting for the last 9 years, Red Death will be the villain of this series, and from set photos, this is more promising than it looks. Now, these covers and arts, these are not real. Obviously, they kept this a secret for a while, but I've always wanted Red Death as the villain. You have no idea. Yeah, and I have a great theory about it later. The one question that is going around is why the actress Batwoman season 2 and 3 is said to play her. It should be him, well, her. This I actually really don't know, but I do have a very valuable reason for it. As it says, Batman, the Red Death, that's where it will change. Now, it says, why is I butchered that name, Leslie playing Red Death? In the comics, Bruce Wayne from another Earth is fighting a gang of people as he is struck by lightning is merged with the Flash and becomes Red Death. But in this case, I believe it will not be Batman who changes, it will be Batwoman. As Leslie is playing both characters, this would be an awesome change and really alternating comic accuracy but keeping it chill. The Arrowverse, MCU, they're great with comic accuracy. That's why I give them the comic accuracy points. But Arrowverse are a bit different. The Arrowverse try and keep comic accuracy as much as they can, but also alternate it to make themselves. This, it hits both bars. We have a comic accurate Sue. That symbol looks mad. And then they're keeping the whole Batman theme. We don't have a Batman in this universe. We don't need a Batman. The Batwoman was grey anyway. So I don't necessarily think this is a bad thing. And people online were saying, oh, they're doing, this is so bad. This is disgraceful. They shouldn't be doing stuff like this. Who cares? If you're a true fan, you shouldn't care. And if you're saying stuff like that, then you're not a true fan. Easy as that. And now, will we have a final suit? That's weird. I doubt we will have a suit change, especially if it's only for 13 episodes. And to be honest, it's not much you can change. There's not much you can change. They've kind of done it to death. They did the suits to death. So season 1, we don't talk about that. Season 1 to 2, great. Season 3, they mainly just changed the symbol. Season 4, the suit I think was great. I think they did too quick of a change. Season 5 and 6, was it 5 and 6? Yeah, season 5 and 6, meh. Then season 8, season 7 and 8 would be good. I do think they probably do a change, but only probably to do a. The hell is. They are really good, but we may have a showdown suit like Eobard did at the end of season 8, but that will be, I think that's all we'll get. At the end of the series, we'll get a full powered up comic accurate version, a full blown wapow version of him. But other than that, I doubt it. Now, comic accuracy. Now, truly, with this series, I don't look at it the way, because I never had to start with when I started watching the series when I was 6. The only visible thing that they have nailed in terms of comic accuracy is Red Death's suit, and we haven't even fully seen it yet. And also, the Armageddon Reverse Flash, Negative Flash, honestly, that was the peak of comic accuracy, and I did a video on that last year. But if I did a video on it last year, that would have won comic accuracy award. That yellow suit, it looks so good. It looks like add a tiny bit more of black tones from the Negative Flash. Oh my god! That would have been amazing. Oh my god, it's unexplainable. Now, will we see another world or go to the future? Now, this is weird, because I doubt we'll see the future as Barry explains the timeline booklet thingy, but it's possible we'll see Earth 52, as this is where the Red Death was born. And if my prediction is correct, this will not be happening. But if we see a signal with the Red Death, I will flip. There's a quick scene, about 2 seconds in the trailer where the Red Death's standing on a porch, standing on the top of a building. If they play this logo, I will lose it, because I've been wanting a Red Death since about season 5. About season 5 or season 4. I've been wanting a Red Death since season 5 when he was first ever mentioned, and this actually now makes sense. I'd flip out if I saw this. No word of a lie, I would flip. Now, now one more big belly burger or CC Jitters. In my eyes, that's a Starbucks and a good old McDonald's. This is a must because they have, the whole DC food chain is coffee. Is my best friend, and burgers are just some of the best things in this world that was ever made. Whoever came up with bread and meat and then a bun, very smart. And adding cheese, very good. But it would be a staple to have them show up once more, because they have in every other season. And why should 13 episodes make a difference? Like the last they have some of the best coffees. Like they have some of the best coffees in CC Jitters, at least in names. They have like the I think one of them was called the Vibrator. That would have been good. And so the big belly burger. There's a real life one in Abu Dhabi, in Warner Brothers. They do weird. Their burgers are good, but the buns are they're weird. The buns are like hard, crunchy. They should be soft and fluffy. But I kind of forgot because they're in the middle of them. And their hot dogs, they're too good. Now, what's happening with the Green Lantern project? Yeah. Now, at this point, I'm incredibly lost with this storyline because they're constantly teasing it, but they haven't done anything. This is probably due to the DCEU's James Gunn's conflict, but we will find out once we get to that point, which we already have, which is the Chapter 1 God and Monsters, yada yada yada. Maybe something will happen this season about it, but I'm clanging onto my chair for a Green Lantern project. They teased this in, I think it was season 6 or 7. No, when did we have Elseworlds? No, it was Crisis on Infinite Earths. Was it Crisis on the Infinite Earths? 2020. Yeah, they teased this on Crisis of Infinite Earths. I honestly thought that year, or when COVID would be over, we'd be getting a project like that. And I was so sad when he appeared in another project. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, they're not doing it. They're just even teasing it even more. But they did it 5 times. 5 times with the Green Lantern teasing. I honestly don't know what they're doing. Unless they're saving that for Justice U. I don't get it. I don't get it. At all. And anyway. Right. Who is this person? Now, usually in these videos, I would tell you who that they actually are. But I don't actually know about this one. This does not look like anyone we have ever encountered before, but my only guess is that it could be Ryan Wilder in some weird suit when she's gone AWOL. And I say that because of the hair, but again, I think I'm certain I'm wrong. The chain was terrifying. The chain was like, wah, and it looks like something that could really hurt. It could also be Goldface's girlfriend, just a different version. I again don't know. Could be again. No, that's definitely not it. But yeah, honestly, have not a clue. Right, why is Stephen Amell returning? Now, this season, I think I will have a lot to do. This season will have a lot to do with nostalgia, and Green Arrow was the first hero of the Arrowverse. This isn't so far-fetched or crazy. It hasn't been confirmed if he's coming back as Green Arrow or Spectre. It looks more like Arrow. It could be both, but we shall wait and see which one it would be. It probably may be both, like Spectre. Actually, I really don't know because it doesn't make sense to have both of them. Because then it's just, I don't know. I just don't know. Okay, will Cisco return? Cisco this is simple. Cisco is a staple when it comes to the Arrowverse, and I think it would be a crime if we didn't see a cameo from him one last time. He was both in Arrow and the Flash, so he better return as the OG vibe. Or Mecha vibe, it really doesn't matter. Mecha vibe I think was cool. The other vibe was meh. So Mecha vibe I think was actually kind of cooler. But like for nostalgic reasons, I'd bring back the original. Now, I will reverse Flash return for one last run. Funny joke. Now, I think I have a brilliant theory on why he may return. Now, in the comics, Batman merges with the Flash's speed and kills him. What happened? What about this? But flipped. Eobard Thawne will come back, merge with Ryan Wilder even, killing her, and then both of them becoming Red Death, taking the body of Ryan Wilder. That would be the great ending to a great series. And this is so gruesome as because what we saw in Reverse Flash, what we saw in season 8 was just like he took it to the other level of insanity. So and I say this with like because the Reverse Flash goes insane with he's insane with power. So if he returns, I'll be so happy. Meaning returns always somehow. Even then when you think he's dead, oh look, I'm back. Yeah, and someone asked me the other day, what's the difference between Reverse Flash and Flash, other than the color of their suits? You actually notice in the in the chest, one's pointing one way, one's pointing the other. So yeah, if you didn't realize, now you do. Right, now this is a weird one because will Barry die? Now I say this only from a picture I see, but this would explain the birth. This would explain the birth of Nora and the Image. Now I do think that this is highly unlikely, but it did get me thinking. As the Arrowverse is ending, this again isn't so far fetched. So if he dies, don't be so shocked, and because he had a good run. But that was a bad joke. But yeah, like I do think that there's definitely a 50-50 chance. I don't think he will, but there is a chance. Just keep yourselves open-minded for that theory. Speaking of fan theories, way fan theories. After Ezra Miller's Flash cameo, this may mean in the Flash movie for 2023 there will be a reboot, and they are changing so Grant Gustin's Flash can take over. This will also prove the multiverse in the DCEU, and this would make good marketing for James Gunn's new DCEU. I don't think that will happen, especially after what's happened with the whole Gods and Monsters Chapter 1 thing. I don't think that this is what they do. I think this is Grant Gunn's final performance as the Flash. Genuinely think that. Now, the rumours of the return of Eddie Thawne have been floating around since the end of Season 8, and if this is true, we could be seeing a Cobalt Blue appearance in this series if Eobard will return. This would be great to see in the final run. Cobalt Blue. That's a sick theory, I can't lie. That's a cool theory. That's a good first place there. This season will lead into a spin-off either of a Nora and Bart project or something to do with Accelerated Man. Who's from season 3? From season 3. Accelerated Man. Who the? Oh, the guy that looks like oh yeah, I remember him. This has been speculated for a while, and it has been described as the Boba Fett of the Arrowverse. Cool. Do you agree? Yeah, actually, I do think I do think that we'd like to see more of Accelerated Man, and maybe more of Nora and Bart. Bart, definitely more of him. Maybe a spin-off series of both of them. But as I say, they're doing a Justice U project. I don't think they'll do that straight away, but they'll definitely confirm something such as that. I do think that may be in the cards for them, the Arrowverse. But I think everything's now just going to be all hands on deck for the DCEU, to be fair. I think it's all hands on deck for them. Right, everyone, that'll be the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did, and I hope you will all be watching the Flash on whatever you watch on CW. Other than that, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. It would really help me out, help the channel out. Don't forget, I have a Twitch and I have my second channel, and I also now have the Reddit page and a load of that. So other than that, everyone, have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.